Ah, the Apple ecosystem. So there are some exclusives to the Apple ecosystem. Specifically, what most people point out is what was it? AirDrop and iMessage. So I already made a video about how to get AirDrop between your Android and your Mac. So this video will be dedicated to talking about how you can get your iMessage for between your Android and your Mac. So to give a quick look, let's see how that iMessage looks like. Right. So this is an alternative to iMessage if you have an Android. Okay. So I'm gonna navigate to Messages. This is the app, and then here is how the iMessage for Android looks like. So it's pretty cool because with that app, you're going to be able to have your messages from your phone show up on your Macintosh, right? The messages from your Android phone to show up on your Macintosh, on your Mac. So how do you do that? Well, to do that, it's pretty simple. What you got to do is you head on over to the Google Play on your Android device, and you want to search for the Messages app offered by Google LLC. So it's this first one, and essentially you want to install this app on your on your Android phone, right? You want to install it on your Android phone. So I switched from my default messaging app. I switched from the Samsung messaging app to the Google Messages app. So it's this blue button on the left. Okay. So now that you have messages on your phone, you need messages on your computer. And the way you do that is pretty simple. So essentially what you do is you go to messages.google.com, right? So it's going to be this one, and you can click on the download button. Actually, if you click on the download button, it's going to talk about the Android app. So what you care about is messages for web. So with messages for web, essentially what you do is you follow the instructions here and you scan the QR code. And that'll allow your that'll allow your messages on your phone to be mirrored onto your computer screen. So essentially anytime you're sending like a SMS message or something on your computer, you have to have your phone pretty nearby. It can be in your backpack and be on the table right next to it. It's essentially just projecting the messages from your phone to your computer, because as your computer doesn't have a SIM card, only your phone does, right? So I'm pretty sure that actually iMessage is a little different, but let's not get into that. Okay, so now your question is, how do you set up the Google Messages app to work on your Mac computer, right? Because you already know that at the end of the day, this is how it'll look like. Now, I don't want to scroll up or down because, I don't want to show you my contact stuff. But essentially, you just want to turn this messages.google.com after you go to messages for web and, authenticate, scan the QR code and all that. All you want to do is to take this messages.google.com and you want to change it into a Chrome app. And to do so, what you do is you go into the right hand side where there's the ellipses hamburger menu with the 3 vertical dots. Go down here to more tools, and then over here under save as, there will be the option to do create shortcut. Now I already created a shortcut, so that's why I can't really show you, but I'll show you how to create a Chrome shortcut, a Chrome app on your computer. Okay, so to create a Chrome app for your computer, what you do is you go to something like yahoo.com, right? So this is a generic yahoo.com, and if you want to create a Chrome app for that, go to the right hand side with the hamburger menu again, go to more tools, and then down here click create shortcut. For creating shortcut, you can name it whatever you want, and you can click on open as a window, or you don't worry about opening it as a window. So I'm going to show you what happens if you don't do open as window. Alright. So right here, you have your Yahoo app and your Chrome apps, right? So if you double click on your Yahoo app, every time you do that, it's going to launch Yahoo. I hope that makes sense. So here, let's give an example. So right here, this purple guy is the Yahoo app. You click on it, and it's going to launch the yahoo.com as inside of your Google Chrome. Cool, huh? Now, there was another option earlier, and let's get into that, right? So I'm going to go over to my Finder again, go to Jonathan, where was it? Yeah, applications, Chrome apps, right here, the Yahoo guy. I'm going to, actually, right here where it says delete, I'm not going to delete it. I'm going to show you, okay? So right here, you can open up your bookmarks and go to apps. It's Chrome : apps. So this app right here, I'm going to select the option open as window, which we did not check earlier, but I'm going to check it now. Okay, so click on it. So now you can see that open as window is checked. So what does this do? Well, what this does is that when you have your Yahoo app and you click on it, now it's going to open as its own independent window without the URL bar. So you see this Yahoo, it doesn't have a URL bar at the top. Well, that's what open as window does. Now, I would suggest open as window if you want a dedicated window just for that app. And for something like messages, I personally prefer the Google Messages just to show up in one dedicated window. Like that. See, this is one dedicated window, right? You know, you shrink it a little. You know, it's its own dedicated window, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so I'm going to close this. So in general, this can be pretty good if you want to basically have all your messaging apps from your phone go to your computer, right? So right here, if you look into how I organize my Mac, you see that there's like a WhatsApp app, there's like a messages app for like your SMS messages. There's Facebook Messenger, which is another Chrome app. You know, Google Translate, don't worry about that. There's WeChat, which is like the Chinese version of WhatsApp. You know, there's the Apple official, like original messages, which works with iMessage, but I don't have an iMessage. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, essentially you could, if you wanted to, you could have all your messaging, communication, chat, whatever, all those apps like Telegram or whatever, have all those apps on your phone and on your desktop if you want it. And then you can bookmark it down to the dock if that's what you want as well. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Peace out.